Hello and welcome to today's highlight between Farsley and Bradford Bingley at Red Lane. Today is the final game of the season for the Premier Division, and Farsley are looking to avoid their third defeat against these opponents this season, after Bradford Bingley demolished them at their ground earlier on in the season, as well as knocking them out of the Priestley Cup. Please enjoy today's highlights. A wet pitch meant a delayed start for the game, reducing the game to a 38 over per side contest. In team news, Farsley make 3 changes from last week, welcoming back Chris Beach and Ryan Cooper, as well as giving a first team debut to Peter Balls. Bradford and Bingley, on the other hand, are unchanged from their win against Undercliff last week. Today's umpires are David Goodlad and Stephen Rushworth, and today's matchball sponsor is The Learning Curve, where success begins. Farsley captain Ben Wright won the toss and elected to bowl first. At the halfway point, Farsley can be happy with their bowling efforts in very friendly conditions. Stanley Brown set the tone opening the bowling with an excellent 12-over spell, before spinners Joe Pocklington and Seamus Nazir picked up wickets regularly in the back end of the innings. That was Nazir's second fife for the season, and he ends the season as Farsley's leading wicket taker with 41 wickets, an excellent return. With rain forecast, the only ways for a result to happen were for 20 overs to be bowled and then DLS would come into effect, or for Farsley to chase the full target or be all out before the rain came. Here are the highlights from the second innings. Sadly, rain made sure there was no further play possible and the game was abandoned as both captains shook hands. Both teams take 8 points from the game, including bonus points, and can be really proud of their efforts this season. That will conclude the Premier League Division season. Thank you very much for all your support. Thank you very much again to today's match ball sponsor, The Learning Curve, where success happens, and to all our sponsors for their support during this long season. We hope to see a lot of you again next season, and thank you for now.